Previously on Survivor, the former Samburu members were shocked to see that Jesse was voted out.
I voted for Kelly. I don't like her.
Swear to God, I didn't vote for Jesse.
I swear to God.
I am complete shock after tonight's vote.
Elizabeth ultimately admitted to switching sides.
I switched over because the other team offered me a very good deal. I mean, if they're not lying, then I was promised to make it to the final two.
The tribe became closer while eating and answering personal questions at the task.
I do pretty much anything for now.
At the survival skill challenge, Matt won immunity, and Rochelle began to scheme to save her alliance.
Me, Ryan, Matt, Brian, Mike, and Ed are going to form an alliance.
But despite her supposed new alliance, Brian was voted out at tribal council.
The tribe's vote.
8 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Last tribal council was very annoying because Matt and I tried to get alliances with other people. Matt, Brian, and I tried to get alliances with other people. But there really was no reason for anyone to ally with us. But the three guys, Mike, Ryan, and Ed said that they would. So we believed them. Kind of. I didn't completely trust them because there was really no reason for me to trust them. But I did believe them, and I thought that they were going to vote for Kelly. We all decided to vote for Kelly. But then Brian was voted off. And that just really, really sucked. I mean, if the guys didn't want to ally with us, they should have just said that. Because being missed out like that really, really sucked.
Throughout the game, I haven't really lied to people that much. I've more let Ryan do that, so I look better. But I don't know. I think as far as this game, I think you do need to lie a little bit. I think with how the game's going, if you want to stay, you're going to have to bend the truth, not lie, but bend the truth, and just tell people one thing and do the other thing, because without that, I think you're setting yourself up to get killed.
I really, really, really hate when people lie, because if I knew that Brian was going to be voted off last week, that would have been fine. I would have been at tribal council and I would have known when he voted off, and I wouldn't have gotten so mad afterwards. But having been led to believe that we all were going to vote for Kelly, and then to find out that Brian was voted off, that the guys lied to us, that was really shitty, and I was so mad. Just as they lied, Brian got voted off, whatever. That sucks, but I don't know, that's how the game works. But I don't really think they should have lied. I mean, I guess it's better for them. But
Last tribal council was surprising. You know, I came in here and I thought that it was going to be, well, I knew Brian was getting voted off. And I thought that the other votes would be for Emily, because that's what me and Brian had discussed. But it turns out they all voted for me. And so I almost had a heart attack right there, and it was all fair. I didn't know who was lying to me, who was telling me the truth. And, like, after the whole thing, we voted off Brian. And after the whole thing, I talked to Rochelle, and Rochelle said, oh, I wanted to vote off Emily, but Ryan told me to vote you off. And then Ryan said the same thing. So I don't know who to trust anymore, and it's very nerve-wracking.
At tribal council, Brian was booted, and I voted him off, but there was nothing against him or anything like that. Also, during tribal council, there's a few questions that Jeff asked that hit a little close to home. I'm not sure what that was all about, but made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. But I think all in all, people really didn't hold too many grudges, so hopefully all is well.
I just got out of the shower and I got some more tree mail. Your next challenge is a battle of wit. Just make sure there's always a new square to hit. Being immune at the council is what it's about. Paint yourself in a corner and you'll find yourself out.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to tonight's challenge.
No, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
What's going on, man?
So far, we've tested your physical strength, your running ability. Tonight, we're going back up here. It's all in your head. This challenge is a game of strategy. A little like chess, a bit like tic-tac-toe. But unlike chess, where you're just facing one person, you're going up against 7. The way this game works is, you start in a square, and simply move to another square on my cue, turning over the square behind you. As long as you have a green, white, or blue square to move to, you're still alive. Run out of green, white, or blue squares to step on, and you're out. If you just flip over the orange squares in front of you, we'll determine the order.
Oh, no.
Didn't get what?
Eight's my lucky number.
Saying that.
Alright, now before we start tonight, you're going to have to take away that immunity necklace, Matt. This is up for grabs again tonight. Alright, Emily, you're first.
Wow.
Rochelle, you're up. Kelly. Ryan. Matt. Mike, your turn. Elizabeth.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh. Emily. Rochelle. Matt, you're up. Ed. Elizabeth. Damn it.
What?
Emily, you're up. Michelle, it's you. You want to lose.
Got a hair on your shirt.
Ryan. Rochelle. Kelly. Brian. Brian.
Ed, shut your mouth.
Shut your damn yapper, boy.
Mike. Okay. Elizabeth. You're up. Nowhere to go. Elizabeth, sorry, you're out. Turn over that last square. Emily. Michelle. Kelly. Nowhere to go. Kelly, you're out. Flip over that last blue square. Looking pretty good over there, Ryan.
Yeah, I think so.
Matt, you're next. Ed, nowhere to go. Flip over that last one, Ed. You're out. 5 more people left. Rochelle. Brian. Matt. All alone right there. Flip it over. You're up. It's 4 down, 4 to go. Time's running out. Michelle. Ryan. Mike. Emily, you're done. Three left. Mike. Michelle. Brian. Michelle, you're up. Nowhere to go. Sorry, you're out. Down to our last 2. Brian. Mike. Brian. Mike. Brian. Mike. You're all done, buddy. Brian. Unity, the last one. Alright, good job tonight, guys. I'll head back to camp. See you tomorrow night. Bye for now.
I thought the challenge this week was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. It gave the 8 of us a chance to just kind of, mess around a little bit, have a little fun playing the game, and I thought it was about equal for everyone. It just, whoever happened to get lucky and get near the right squares won, and Wade did a good job, so deserved it.
The Chef Game Challenge is really fun. You couldn't really, it was really hard to tell who was going to win, who wasn't. At first I thought I was in a really good position, but then I ended up walking into a wall and I lost the challenge. Ryan won the challenge and I'm very happy for him. He doesn't have to face the threat of being voted off. Tribal Council tonight, I'm a little scared, but I'm always scared.
I thought the checkerboard challenge was a was a fun challenge. Involved some strategy and everything, and it was fun. But the thing that sucked the most was me just getting second. My second time getting second, and it's fun to get that far, but it also sucks to be so close and yet you don't get anything from it.
I thought the challenge was just fun. It was different. And I made it. I was third to last off the square, and I really wanted to get immunity just because I really feel completely unsafe as it for this week's tribal council.
I did think I needed the immunity. I think of all the next few votes, I think this is one where stuff could happen as far as people switching. And I also think I'm going to get some votes tonight just from, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to get votes tonight just from what happened in past tribal councils, just promising people one thing and not doing it, but that's mostly contributing to Ryan and him setting stuff up, but I was also involved in that, so since he got immunity, I think he's safe, and I'm the one who's going to take the hit.
So did you read the letter from Rochelle? What's that?
Listen to this. She says, "Hey girls, yeah, tonight was interesting, at least for me, Matt, and Brian it was. We actually were led to believe that Mike, Ed, and Brian were going to vote with us, and that we all were going to vote for Kelly. We had been talking to them for 2 or 3 days, and they told us that we were going to have an alliance, but they only did it to find out who we were voting for. So here's what I'm thinking. As I'm sure you know, 3 of them, Mike, Ed, and Ryan, have a very strong alliance going with each other. And if I had to guess, I would think that they are going to vote me and Matt off next, and then you guys, because even if the 3 of you formed an alliance against them, once Matt and I are gone, they would win in a tie because Kelly has so many votes. So I was wondering if you 3 would like to join me and Matt in an alliance. You would have more of a chance to win money if you came with us than if you were to stay with the other guys. First through 4th place gets money, and you would have 80% chance if you came with us rather than a 60% chance if you stayed with them. Think about it. It makes complete sense, and you'd be foolish to pass it up, at least in my opinion. Write back to all so we can kind of have a dialogue about this. And of course, don't tell Mike, Ed, or Ryan. Thanks, girls. Rochelle."
Interesting. She's scrambling for a little bit of support.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Okay, so Rochelle definitely was a little pissed off after tribal council, but I guess that was to be expected because the guys definitely let her on. And Kelly was also ticked off. She was mad because Ryan had told her that the others were going to vote for me and not Kelly, so Kelly wouldn't rack up more votes. But Ryan told her to vote for Kelly, so she was mad about that. And so I'm a little worried about her trusting us.
Concerning the tribal council coming up, I walked in the door yesterday from Easter break, and Rochelle was calling me up, trying to get Kelly and I to join with her and
So tonight's the big night, the 9th tribal council. Word on the street is that Rochelle, it seems like she's pretty desperate. She's trying to get people to switch sides. I know she talked to Kelly, I know she talked to Elizabeth, I know she talked to Emily. She didn't talk to me or any of the other guys, so I think she's trying to get an all-girl alliance kind of thing going on.
So 2 of them coming up to me and asking me to join their alliance and join them, and I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't want to backstab these people because they're my friends and I have to go to school with them for the next 4 years. But I kind of want to win. So I think if I join with them, I might win.
When we were talking about when Rochelle, Kelly was like, don't vote for Rochelle, I think Rochelle's, I don't know, it just seemed like Kelly switched sides, so we're going to have to keep that in mind.
right now, my only concern is Kelly, because Kelly was a little bit annoyed about those phones against her name, and she's kind of wavering. But I think, hopefully, that she's still with our alliance, and everything will be running smoothly. Okay.
we'll bring in the first member of our jury, Brian. The jury is not to be addressed. They're not going to be talking to you. They're simply here to observe, gather information, so that they can ultimately cast the final vote. 9 weeks you guys have been here. Congratulations. You made it a long time. From this point forward, the power shifts from the tribe members remaining to the growing jury. Your dilemma is obvious. You have to vote someone off of the tribe, take the $150 out of their hand, ask them to put it in your hand, and vote you most deserving. Elizabeth, how do you rationalize voting someone off, keeping that in mind?
Towards the end, it's hard to make these decisions because I don't have a grudge against anyone. So, and there's no team so that you can't vote against other teams. So, in the end, it's just really all up in the air. No definite path.
Ed, is this game getting tougher and more challenging than you expected?
Well, it's definitely becoming more challenging because the people, I think we all like each other, you know, we're kind of a big family right now. So when we go in there to vote, it's very difficult to decide who to vote for because, you know, you still want to keep the friendship, but, you know, it's hard.
Rochelle, has this game become frustrating for you?
Yeah, the last 2 weeks have been pretty frustrating because things didn't turn out the way I thought they would. So I've kind of calmed down a little bit, but yeah, it has been pretty frustrating.
Obviously, you guys have made it pretty far. You've guaranteed yourself a spot on the jury. Emily, did you think you would get this far in the game?
Honestly, no. I never expected to make it this far. I was so scared, even the first tribal council. I didn't even expect to make it to the merger.
Kelly, last tribal council you got 3 votes, and you've gotten other votes in the past. So it seems at this point, if I'm just looking at it on paper, that you'd be in a kind of precarious situation tonight.
Thanks for bringing that up, Jeff. I've been thinking about that a lot. But, yeah, I'm scared every time I go to tribal council. I mean, it's really scary. And then seeing your name come up, I don't know, I almost get a heart attack every time I hear it. But, I don't know, I'm just hoping, trying to be confident, going in there, and whatever happens, happens. I'm trying my best, and, I don't know, just try to trust people and hope they do what's right.
Okay, time to vote. Rochelle, you're first.
I'm voting for Ed this week because he's one of the 3 people who lied to me last week. Which I was pretty amped about. And he also has a few votes, so it was another one.
Voting for you because you're tricky. You're talking to everybody behind their back, trying to, I guess, win this game, and that's just, it's a little too serious. We're just having a good have fun. So I'm voting for you.
the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. Rochelle. Ed. Ed. 2 votes Ed. Rochelle. Rochelle. 3 votes Rochelle. Rochelle. And the second member of our jury, Rochelle. Rochelle, can you bring me your torch? Rochelle, the tribe has spoken. You guys survived another one. Head back to camp. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode of Survivor.
I came into tribal council tonight basically knowing that either Matt or I were going to be voted off because we weren't able to make an alliance with anybody. I'm definitely going to miss the game because I had a lot of fun and I really wanted to win the money, but oh well, I'll stick around and watch. Next week on Survivor, Matt reflects on the fact that he's the only remaining faithful Samburu member.
Well, I guess I'm the only one left who's from the original Samburu that's still loyal. So it's kind of a sad day.
Kelly realizes how bad she wants to win.
But I want to win now. I mean, I've come all this way, and my competitive spirit is coming out right now, and I want to win. I want to get immunity. I want it all.
And alliances begin to fall apart.
Alliances aren't running as strong as they used to.
I've just stuck with the same people the whole time, and now I'm starting to question if maybe I should be thinking in a different mode and trying to ally with other people.